total level divided by 3. My bad. Okay. So now what this is going to do, it's going to add up our 3 levels, attack, strength, and dexterity, and it's going to add them into a integer that we defined as total level, and then it's going to divide that total level by 3, and it's going to give us our main level. We should have probably just made that level just period, but I don't know. Anyways. Now, we might as well go ahead and make these equal 1, so we don't run into any divide by 0 errors. So let's save this. Let's go back over here real quick. Just go exit out of that. I'm gonna hit play, and oh yeah, a semi-frustrating thing about Unity is that once you add this to it, it's going to keep the variables that you had set for it whenever you added it. So you can either remove the component and add it back to it, and it'll have your values that you gave it, or you can actually just modify them in here, and it works in the game. You don't have to edit the code anymore once you do that. So we're going to go back to our code, and we are going to make a way for it to calculate a maximum hit points. So we're going to do void calc max HP. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this run off of our total level. And I like to comment things sometimes, so I can actually look back to it and I don't have to read out the code. I can just read what I made it do. But most of the time, programmers will make the name of it something actual readable. But as some of you guys know, I am working on a crypter, and in the stub, this is like all encrypted and it's possible to read. So I do use comments before I publish my programs. So, anyways, I'm going to go back down here. We're going to do health. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put these two in our startup method, not our update, because if we did it in our update, then it's just going to be constantly doing it for no reason. So the first one we're going to have to do is our calc level, because our calculate max HP void is going to have to go off of a level, and if we don't have it calculated already, we're going to run into some errors. And there we go. So that should run smoothly. But since we're putting in our startup, we can go ahead and say HP equals health along with our max HP. Because if it's just starting out, then we're going to want these to be the same amount anyways, so you have full health. And we're going to make health equal our main level times 10 plus 100, or plus 90. Okay, so we should be level 1 whenever we start this, and we should have 100 HP and 100 max HP. So we're going to go back over here and run this, and there we go. We have 100 out of 100 health, and if we go over to our first person controller, it'll show us that. We can also edit these while in here, And then if we reran it, because it's not actually, we don't have a level up method, which will check if our levels are higher or lower than what they previously were to recalculate our max level, then we could do that. But we're not going to do that just yet. So what we can actually do to make this a little bit nicer is we're going to make it, depending on how much health you have, will be how much of the bar is showing. So we're going to divide that again by our, no it's not, our HP divided by our max HP. And we're going to save that. Let me get back over here. And if we put our HP at 50, okay. We got some errors, which is our divide by 0. And the good thing about Unity is that if you double click the error, it will highlight it over here. And I'm not really sure why it gave me an error for that. Okay, anyways, we'll get back to that in a minute, because obviously I can't think straight at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this. So what we've accomplished so far is that we've got a basic level system set up, and we've got our basic way of calculating our main level along with our hit points based on those levels. So we're going to go ahead and make two things to make this a lot better, which will be our EXP, or experience, along with our level up method. We're going to go ahead and make the EXP equal 0. Okay, right here. We're just going to put that as buff, because I thought my original one was a little bit too weird, I'd say. But anyways. And what I mean by buff is that, or this INT buff, is whatever we put in there is how many levels it's going to either gain or add. Okay, so what we can do is we can do main level. Well, yeah, first we're going to have to do our calc sorry about that, couldn't think for a second. And then our calc max HP. So our HP and our calc level stay in common. And what this will do is whenever you level up, it will set our HP to our max HP. And so whenever you level up, you get full health again. So we're going to go ahead and save this. And before we go anywhere else, we're going to do if input dot get key down key code A. We're going to do level up 1. Okay.